Governor Andy Beshear makes a stop in Hazard today to announce more help in the form of land on higher ground for flood survivors.
And the man accused of having a dead woman in the backseat of his SUV was back in court today. His case now headed to the grand jury.
Plus, the unsettled pattern continues through this week with rain and snow possible. The latest details as our First Alert Weather Day continues right now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
Good evening again. I'm Steve Hensley.
And I'm Olivia Calfee. A major winter storm is moving towards Kentucky, but we are mainly going to see rain and wind out of it.
A lot of people out west, though, could be a different story. Let's check in with meteorologist Evan Hatter for the latest on this First Alert Weather Day. Evan.
That's right. No winter alerts in effect right now, but as Olivia said, the wind is going to be a concern as well into tomorrow, even before any snow falls. A wind advisory in effect for just about the entire area. Doesn't include Lawrence County in Kentucky, our counties in West Virginia, or Dickinson and Buchanan counties in Virginia. Just assume that you are under it, running from 7 o'clock to 7 o'clock tomorrow. Winds gusting 30 to 40 miles per hour at times. We're already starting to see the clouds work into the region. There's the picture from downtown Hazard. 43 the current reading now. Same thing from UVA-wise. Those clouds moving in. Temperatures now below 30. Or now below 40 at 39 there in Wise. Many of us are going to be cooling off. Manchester got up into the 50s earlier today. Now all of us dropping into the 40s, but we'll see those temperatures get a bounce as we head into tonight, watching those clouds move in, and we'll get those winds out of the south. So as we head into tonight, temperatures upper 30s. We're not going to move a whole lot once those clouds move in as the rain starts to move into the region. Now I'll have the very latest on when we could see that snow move on into the region in a few minutes. Steve, Olivia.
Thank you, Evan. Governor Andy Beshear made 2 stops in the mountains today, announcing funding for several infrastructure projects. The governor also announced a second site has been selected to build new houses after the flood, this one in Perry County.
WYMT's Keaton Hall joins us now from the Perry County Courthouse with more.
Today, Governor Andy Beshear announced the second location of the Higher Ground project site, a 50-acre plot of land here in Perry County. Coming as a result of the July flooding, the purpose of these sites is to help Eastern Kentuckians rebuild outside of flood-prone areas. The site's about 5 miles outside of Hazard and is being donated by landowner Paul Eisen. Governor Beshear says this is a big step forward for long-term flood recovery.
There's a lot of opportunity to reimagine communities and to ultimately make up some structural inequities that have existed in Eastern Kentucky for far too long.
The governor said that the first phase of the new High Ground project site is going to be about 150 homes and is partially funded by the Team Eastern Kentucky Flood Relief Fund. In Perry County, Keaton Hall, WYMT Mountain News.
Keaton, thank you. The governor said the state is continuing to evaluate possible high ground sites in Perry, Knott, Letcher, and Breathitt counties. We'll have much more from the governor's stops in Perry and Pike counties tonight at 11, and you can find lots more information on our website at WYMT.com. FEMA approved more than $1.6 million in federal funding for the Knott County Board of Education. That money is a reimbursement for the district's response to the flood. The funding is for emergency cleaning, mold, and flood remediation that happened between August 2nd and August 23rd of last year. A news release said the Board of Education used contractors at Knott County Central High School, Heineman Elementary, and ATC Vocational School for flood cleanup. The release said, quote, "This project was funded at a 100% federal cost share, meaning FEMA reimburses 100% of eligible costs."
One Eastern Kentucky deputy jailer was arrested for misconduct according to an arrest warrant. Floyd County Attorney Keith Bartley confirmed Aaron Rounds was charged with assault and official misconduct for allegedly assaulting a prisoner in the Floyd County Jail. An arrest warrant says Rounds hit an inmate, quote, with his fist and a weapon several times on January 13th. During that time, the arrest warrant says Rounds was acting in his role as deputy jailer. Floyd County Jailer Steve Little told WYMT the incident is being investigated by the Floyd County Attorney's Office and the Prestonsburg Police Department. A grand jury will now consider charges against a Florida man who is accused of killing a West Virginia woman, then leading police on a high-speed violent chase.
That chase ended in Laurel County with the ramming of 4 police cars and the discovery of a body.
Police testified about the violent and bizarre end to the couple's relationship in a Laurel County courtroom this morning. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has more.
David Maurice Reed entered a Laurel County courtroom where state police were asked more about the violent end to both a chase and a relationship.
At the end of the pursuit, he had actually struck at least 4 Kentucky State Police vehicles, constituting the wanton endangerment charge.
The crash scene also became a crime scene when police found a body in the back of Reed's SUV. Then at the London Post, he admitted to killing Rachel Carter.
And at some point, he put his arms around her neck area, and I asked him if he knew she was dead. He advised that he went outside after the altercation to load some stuff in his vehicle, and when he came back out, she was no longer breathing.
The murder of Rachel Carter happened in a motel room, but it's not known exactly where. Reed told police all he could remember was it was a room somewhere near the interstate, but at this point it's unclear what city it happened in, or really even what state.
Small rundown hotel room.
Police say they're actively investigating that with both Kentucky and West Virginia authorities. Along with the apparent strangulation, the police citation states that Carter had injuries caused by some kind of edged weapon.
And he advised several times that he should have just left the room. He had every opportunity to leave the room where this took place. But yes, he did say at one point she had some type of weapon, knife.
There was enough evidence for the judge to find probable cause, and now a grand jury will consider a possible indictment. In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
The Laurel County grand jury is set to return indictments when they meet on February 17th.
Well, coming up, more showers moving into the region as we head later tonight and into tomorrow. The latest breakdown on when snow arrives after this. Plus,
A new study shows that Eastern Kentuckians may be at a higher risk for complications or even death from COVID-19. We spoke with a couple of researchers to find out why that could be the case.
And Pikeville Medical Center is offering a new heart procedure. A look at the new treatment coming up.